cas, je vous demande d'applaudir, s'il vous plaît, bien chaleureusement, le réalisateur du film, Bill Condon, Emma Watson, alias Belle, Dan Stevens, la bête, Josh Gad, qui joue le fou, Luke Evans, alias Gaston, Alexis Loison, alias Stanley, que vous avez peut-être découvert au Mogador, et bien sûr le maestro lui-même, Alan Menken. Hello to all of you. Hi. Thank you so much. Bienvenue. Welcome here in Paris.
I mean, the original is so wonderful, and it's it was one of my favorite films when I was growing up. So I think I wanted to stay, true as far as possible to it. So it's so wonderful. But really, it was about can we add something? Can we give more detail? Can we give more depth? What can we give audiences which explains a bit more about Belle's backstory, a little bit more about Beast's backstory? Can we pull it out a little bit more? And it was so fun to do that.
Well, I think it's about keeping one of the greatest fairy tales of all time, one of the greatest French fairy tales of all time, alive, and keeping the magic alive. And the idea of this sort of live action remake it didn't even exist when I was a kid, but it's one of my favorite books growing up and one of my favorite films. And so, this is such a mind-blowing experience.
Hello.
Luke plays Gaston. Il joue Gaston.
Yeah, make sure you get it right. I remember being 12 years old and going to the cinema and seeing it for the first time.
Il a un souvenir d'avoir 12 ans.
Yes, I was 12, yeah.
Voilà, 12 ans,
So
d'aller
I'm
voir le film
old.
pour la première fois en tant que film d'animation.
And I remember how it left a massive mark on me as a child. The music and the story and the messages within the story. And to think that now we represent the live action version to a brand new generation that will go and watch this movie and have that sparkle inside of them that I had as 12 years old is quite a nice thing. And it's a lovely feeling to think that when the new generation comes and watches this film for the first time, it might be their first time of seeing Beauty and the Beast.
On the one hand, it's great to be the keeper of the flame. And Howard Ashman and I created this score, and I was there at the very beginning. And on the other hand, it's great to let go of that and be a part of a team that's reinventing something. So I've really enjoyed making that transition and having this be a new experience. And as Emma said, really writing material that goes into the backstory and more of what's inside of the story and what's inside of the relationships more. So it's really a joy.
Bonjour, bonsoir. Je m'appelle Josh. Merci. That's it.
Very
That's
good.
all I know. Thank you. I think all that was French. I'm just going to add qu'est-ce que c'est before I say anything. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Ça marche très bien comme ça.
Yeah. I grew up like Luke. I was 10 years old, so I'm clearly I'm younger than Luke. And I saw...
I'd just like to point out that the film came out the year I was born.
Whatever, Emma.
Juste pour les rappeler.
Qu'est-ce que c'est depressing?
Donc Josh disait il avait 10 ans quand le film est sorti et Emma a dit moi je veux juste vous dire que moi j'étais née l'année que le film est sorti.
Yeah.
I've now made myself the most unpopular person.
Voilà, mais je suis le moins populaire de l'équipe. Josh, please.
Yeah, so I'm an old man now.
You.
I saw it when I was 10, and I remember it was this new sensation of being in a cinema and applauding at the end of the brilliant songs that this genius and his partner created. And I remember Be Our Guest happening, and the entire audience erupted in applause, which at that time you didn't really see. And, it was, for somebody who grew up in theater and watching theater, it was the closest sensation to seeing something that resembled that, right? And for me, now I'm a father of 2 little girls. Like Luke said, this will be their version. This will be the version that defines their generation, I think. And that, continuing that tradition of telling this incredible story with these incredible songs, it's a privilege and an honor. And I think that it's something that hopefully you're going to define 2 generations worth of children. And then we'll do the animated adaptation of the live version, kind of, yeah.
Bill, how about you?
Like Dan, I come back to the original story. It's the durability of this tale that was written in 1740. The countless versions, the ballets, the TV shows, the movies, the stage adaptations. it's a story. It's a reminder, that we all need very often, to dig deeper and to look behind the surface of the sort of surface dazzle and beauty. So I think the fun is being able to tell that story in our own time, and to adapt it to everything that's going on today.
Vraiment, ce qui a été transmis vraiment dans ce film, c'est un équilibre parfait entre la nostalgie et la modernité. Il ne s'agit pas vraiment de tout réécrire, mais vraiment de creuser les parties qui ont été survolées peut-être dans le dessin animé original. Et là, vraiment, on va vraiment très 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 loin dans toute la psychologie de tous les caractères. Et donc, en ça, c'est vraiment exactement ce que tout le monde veut voir.
Thank you so much to all of you. That was fantastic. Enley Mère, merci. Can you guys go that way? Voilà, sorti par là. Non, Alexis par là. Voilà. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.